He's a former two-term Texas state representative, former Texas Freedom Caucus chairman, and a retired Fort Worth PD officer, continuing his crusade to defend and protect the Constitution for we the people. Your host, Mike Lang.
Tonight, let's take a look at the Precinct 1 JP Justice of the Peace race, and we've got 3 candidates that are vying for Judge Cottonhouse's spot. And Judge Cottonhouse retiring, so everybody's going to be new in this one. So let's look at the candidates. We have Dean Armstrong, we have Sissy Freeman, and we have Clint Head. Now going back, let's take a look at some of the clips from the forum from the Republican Party. And we're going to have clips of Dean Armstrong, we're going to have clips of Sissy Freeman, and we won't have any clips of Clint Head because he did not make the forum. Let's start off with Dean Armstrong. Dean Armstrong's been out there. He's got push cards. He has a values, my values on his push card. He's against abortion, against government lockdowns, against same-sex marriage, against pornography in schools. Pre-conservative, right down the platform line. He's got, years of experience in the military. And let's listen to a little bit of Dean Armstrong at the forum.
My name is Dean Armstrong. I'm running for Justice of the Peace Precinct 1. I've been in the county clerk's office for 27 years, working courts. I've been a chief deputy for, going blind, for 13 years. I've served in the criminal, civil, juvenile, mental commitments and probate courts. I've trained a couple of hundred court clerks. I've been in the courtroom for at least 5,000 court hearings, sitting through them. It's actually about 15,000, but 5,000 sounds better. I've been on the Hood County Bail and Bond Board for 18 years. 16 years of that I've served as the vice chairman. I've trained the following offices in county government. I've trained the county attorney's office, the district attorney's office, county and district clerks, justice of the peace, county and county court law judges. I've trained them in procedures, courtroom procedures, office procedures, computer procedures. I'm a United States Navy veteran. I've served in the Persian Gulf. I'm a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. I'm a member of the NRA. I'm a Granbury graduate, 1988. Sorry, I'm a handsy person. I know courtrooms. I know what it takes to be a judge. Thank you. I've done budgets, county government budgets. I've never gone over budget. I've helped get a legislation passed to put a statewide protective order online registry. So no matter what happens across Texas, somebody can look up and see if somebody's got a protective order against them. I am a conservative.
So as you can tell, Dean's been in the county for a while. He knows the statutes. He's been training all the other offices. I think he mentioned the county attorney's office, district attorney, county and district clerks, justice of the peace, and county court at law judges, all the statutes and things to go with that. He's been involved in the setting of the jury, so he's familiar with the court end of it. And let's look at Sissy Freeman.
Hello, thank y'all for coming out tonight. I appreciate it so much. Sissy Freeman, and I'm running for Justice of the Peace Precinct 1. I moved to Hood County some 40 years ago, and I've raised 3 children, 2 grandchildren. So I'm a mother and a grandmother, but tonight I want to tell you I'm a widow. I don't tell you that to make you feel sorry for me or to pity me. I tell you that because it's part of where my strength has come from to do this job. I was groomed a long time ago without even knowing it, that I was getting ready to do something big. I lost my daughter in 2005. I lost my husband in 2012. I raised my other 2 children. I was very strong throughout that whole process. I don't need pity. I'm a hard worker. Give a job to a busy person and it'll get done. I've worked in that office for the past 5 years. It'll be a very smooth transition if I'm elected. There's nothing that comes through that office that I don't see first. So we deal with, if you don't know what a JP does, we deal with Class C misdemeanors. We have small claims, debt claims, evictions, occupational driver's license, ALR hearings, things like that. There's some more, but that's the bulk of it right there. So everything that goes to the judge comes through my office, so I'm very familiar with that. Like I said, we have a small staff. We went from 2 full-time people when I became the office manager to 1 full-time, which is myself, and 2 part-times, and it works very, very well. I would love to serve you in Hood County. I appreciate that. Fun fact about me, I was on the horse judging team way back in Tarrant County a long time ago, and I coached the Hood County horse judging team to a national competition, and they won. So we went to Congress all the way back in 1996, been here a long time. But anyway, I would appreciate your vote. I will do a good job. I will be fair. I will uphold the law, and I will take care of that office with the integrity that's there already. Thank you.
Sissy Freeman also did a pretty good job. And if you look at what she talked about, you know, she is in Cotton Howe's office, Judge Howe's office right now, and she does work in the office. Of course, she isn't the JP, but she does have some background being in the office. So if you look at the 2 candidates, both Dean Armstrong and Sissy Freeman, that were at the forum that night, they both look pretty good. They both had some very positive things to say, and they're both likable people. I did not get any video. Of course, Clint Head was not there. So the only video, public video, that I can show you is maybe something from Commissioner's Court, where that's where he works now in development. So let's look at some of the videos from Clint Head.
By brandishing a firearm, Mr. Head committed a crime and needs to be released from his job immediately. Thank you.
Can we have these people under oath and pull the video up, please? Make accusations like that and call me by name, they need to be under oath under the penalty of perjury.
This is an open comment. We're not supposed to be, this is just for the citizens to come up here for open comment.
I got a right to address my accusers. Pull the video up.
Hold it. The Commissioner's Court does have the right to place anybody under oath if they're testifying here today.
Clint Head is not here to serve the community, but rather to serve himself. He doesn't answer his phone calls, lacks professionalism. When you call his office, all you hear is Clint. That's it. No Clint Head, no email, no, hey, I'll call you back, leave a message, thank you, nothing. Unprofessional. Clint Head should be removed from his position immediately. It's up to you, commissioners, to do your job. Thank you.
Can you play the video, both of them?
Yes.
We know the truth. Just go on so you don't cause no more trouble. We've got a long day ahead of us anyways. I know the truth, and I'll be talking to an attorney about Mr. Eagle talking to that man before court started. And how's that man know somebody got arrested unless Mr. Eagle let him?
Okay, now Clint Head is part of development. He works for the county, and you know, it's pretty, you know, cut and dry things, statutes and things like that, that he does have to follow some county regulations. And for the most part, he gets up there and he does his stuff, you know, every 2 weeks or whenever the commissioner courts convene. But this time there were some citizens that came up and spoke against an incident where the citizens said they brandished the gun, and it got to be kind of a circus with the county judge. Clint got upset, which, you know, if somebody's going after you, you may get upset. I get that. But the way to handle that is, you know, it's in open mic forum. So just get up and walk over and talk in open mic forum. You're not really part of the court. You're an employee. I get it. But maybe put it on the agenda like Nanette Samuelson, Commissioner Samuelson said, and move along, because Clint wanted to show a video and everything, and I've actually seen part of that video, and it doesn't show much. But there's a different way you could have handled that. And, you know, yelling at everybody to be under oath on public comments, maybe move this to an agenda item for the next court and go along with that. But the way that I think the citizens were treated in this was very disrespectful. Once again, Clint didn't make the forum, so we really don't know what Clint, you know, is talking about for the JP spot. And let's watch another video on his interaction with the citizens.
But there is a path forward here that resolves this, that enforces the rules and regs on the book without having us to go ask a district court judge, how is it that a county cannot enforce rules and regs that are adopted under Chapter 231 and then simply not enforce them. That's not the proper procedure for changing the rules. So again, thank you for letting me go over my time. I'm here for any questions.
Without all the rhetoric and conjecture, I mean, he's an attorney paid to do them, so he's going to make it sound good. He said it himself, public infrastructure, parks. Tell me what on private property is public. The sewer's not public, the well's not public, there's nothing public. He don't know the history. You ever heard of prescriptive? There was a precedent set many years before I got here about how things were done with the RV parks because they knew the RV parks were wrong. The regulations were wrong. So he's talking about, yeah, but no, we have prescriptive. We've set a precedent by doing what we do. That becomes regulation. He can sit here and fast talk y'all all he wants. It doesn't make it right, doesn't make it true. If you want to find them and deal, I've turned in my resignation, go do it.
This was an interaction with an attorney that got up to speak about the RV park situation. And, you know, I get they're trying to go after Clint from what he says. And, you know, Clint goes into some diatribe about, you know, what the county has done, how they've acted. But it may be a little bit to me on the unprofessional side. And maybe Clint needs to open up with more professionalism as far as the way he is speaking to the public and to the attorney. And I don't, you know, at the end, and I'll play this again for you, when he talks about the resignation. Let's hear it again.
If you want to find them and deal, I've turned in my resignation, go do it.
Clint gets upset, and he said, if you want to find basically in, you know, favor of him, I turned in my resignation, go do it. Very unprofessional. So, you know, I know at one point in time he did resign, and the commissioner's court, I believe it was 3-2 vote, hired him back. But, you know, that's that professionalism I'm talking about that I think we need from all the county employees. Now, like I said in the beginning, I think Clint could have just stood up, you know, signed up to speak and spoke on his own terms and then gone back to next commissioner court to handle it. These are just two examples of him being able to speak, you know, one-on-one with the citizens, other than saying, yes, this plat, you know, reading it from the agenda, this plat has done this plat has done that, you know, that's cut and dry. So these are interactions that we have in commissioner's court, you know, in the public, because we have not seen him at a forum. So we don't know what, you know, what he stands for. So, you know, I've seen on Facebook, and Clinton Head's commented on Facebook on these issues of what happened a few years ago with his ex-wife. And I'm not going to bring everything up, and I'm not going to read all the affidavits from his ex-wife and, you know, what she said that he had done to her and all that. If you want to go look for yourself, go look for yourself. I mean, I've got cause numbers, you know, cause number 2424, cause number 33174, cause number 3346, cause number 2463, cause number 35701. There's a lot of things that happened in that time frame for Clint Head. But what I don't like seeing is, I don't like seeing it on social media without everything that transpired. Now, they didn't file anything against Clint Head. Let's get this straight, okay? There was affidavit signed and things done to, you know, his ex-wife from what the ex-wife said. Go read it for yourself. But nothing was done. Just like on the other side, if you have a candidate that is no build and, you know, the due process is the same, you know, we have a lot of hypocrites out there, and the Hood County News being one of them. And a lot of people on Facebook are hypocrites, where you take one person and don't, you know, slam them, which you shouldn't because the due process was set, but you take somebody else and you want to rake them over the coals on their family life. So before you guys end up doing anything, read it for yourselves and see what the dispositions of the cases were. And if you believe in due process, then probably move along. But if you get stuck on it and you're a hypocrite, then I can't change your mind. You have to look at the truth. So recapping what we have for Precinct 1 JP race, you have Dean Armstrong, Sissy Freeman, and Clint Head. Please contact those three individuals if you want more questions answered or if you want to see them at a forum, go to the Republican Party forum. Like I said, Clint Head was not there, but contact these people and see who you're going to vote for Precinct 1, Justice of the Peace, who you want in there in your precinct as a judge, and knowing that that judge is going to have to handle the public in a nice manner, not a demeaning manner at all.